Hey y'all, hey, it's Bodie, and I'm back with another channel message. Now, you know this message may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, y'all, it's all good. Just check me out on the next one, okay? But if it does resonate, y'all put 444 in the comment section below. To my current subbies, to my future subbies, I love y'all to the moon and back. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for being here. All right, y'all, let's get into this message. I heard beloved say they're jealous of you. Yeah, they're jealous of you, collective. I feel like you know exactly who this is. And for most of you, it's going to be confirmation, right? This message, it is somewhat of a mixed bag because I get a little bit of sprinkle here and a little bit of sprinkle there. So this tells me that for some of y'all, these jealous people, you work around them, okay? And you know exactly who they are, right? These are the people that you done caught looking at you sideways. They done made little sly comments to you, or they've made, sarcastic jokes or whatever the case may be. But you don't look right over them because you got better things to think about, You can feel that they don't like you. And it's only because they're jealous of who you are, right? Like at work, collective, you're really good at what you do, number one. So they're jealous of your self-control. They're jealous how you don't be stressing out. You don't be overwhelmed, They're also jealous how, you're well liked at work. Like, the management, the leaders at work, they all favor you, And they don't like that. They don't like that. They also don't like how people just want to talk to you at work. They want to get to know you. They want to be around you. They don't like how you just come into work with joy. They don't like that. Like, why are you so happy? Or why are you so good at your job? You make them look bad, collective. You bring out their insufficiencies, right? You show how inadequate they are, okay? They don't like how you make them look bad, just as simple as that. And that's why they're so jealous of you. They just, you just irk them just because you are who you are, And I just feel like soon, man, you're going to be in a higher position. And that's really going to mess them up. I feel like it's going to run them out the door, So if you work in a place that you really enjoy your job and all these beautiful things, I see that you're going to be advancing, right, within this company. But let's say you enjoy your job, but you're tired of it, or you want to do something else or whatever. You don't complain because it's not that bad type of a thing, and they treat you good there and all these things. I feel like Spirit is going to be creating a position for you with another company, But at the end of the day, you work with people that are jealous of you because you're well liked at work, okay? You're well liked at work. You get praise at work, and you're damn good at what you do, and you make them look slow. This is confirmation now. For some of y'all, right? The jealous people are a little bit closer to home, if this makes sense. These jealous people are somewhere in your family or they're somewhere in your circle of friends. So they know you a little bit more, and they've been paying attention to you, and they've been watching you for a while, you know? And it sucks, man. It sucks. You got family members or, people that supposed to be your friends jealous of you, but they jealous of you because you irritate their demons, man. You just showing up in your authentic self, speaking your authentic truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're jealous of the favor that God has over your life. Like, they've watched you take some blows in life. They've watched you fall in life. And then it's like you bounce right back up. And they were like, wait a minute. Just a month or two ago, this person was down bad. Now it's like they way back up. Like, how did this happen? Like, that took no time, right? And then they're comparing themselves to you like, well, when I go through things in life, I be down bad for a long time. It's like these people in your family or in your groups of friends, it's like they jealous of the favor that God has in your life, man. And that's so crazy, you know? They also jealous because I heard spirits say cover up. So these jealous ass people, they cover up their insecurities. Meanwhile, you put yours on display, right? And people still love you. They still respect you. They still admire you. They still receive you and resonate with you. The fact that you can speak your truth, the fact that you have truth just messes them up, because these jealous people that surround you, I don't feel like they've had an original thought in like 10 years. Like, real talk. I feel like all of their inspiration comes from Pinterest or Instagram, and all of their thoughts come from everything else and everybody else outside of themselves. These are non-creative people, you know? They cover themselves up with material things. They feel like they got to be the best dressed, or, they feel like they got to have all of these material things. They feel like they got to have the best wig or the best weaves or face full of makeup and things like that. Not to say you don't have nice clothes and, a good weave or whatever, but you don't even need all of that. You don't have to pour on makeup on your face to go outside. And they do, right? Like, you don't have to cover up. You have nothing to hide. And they have a whole bunch of stuff to hide. It's like they got to do the most to get looked at. And you do the very bare minimum and be seen and glowing. It's crazy to them. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. It's like, God, man. And when you really start speaking your truth and things like that, that really messes them up, because they have a blocked throat chakra. They don't even know what their truth is, honey, because they're so unauthentic. That's why these people in your family, or that one person in your circle of friends, is just jealous of you, and you can feel it. You can feel it when you're in their presence. You can feel the evil eye, like you just off when you're around them. You just don't feel right, man. And I feel like with this eclipse that we just had, I feel like you're going to be calling it quits with this type of shit, right? With this type of evil eye, jealousy energy, especially when it's close to home, especially when it's around you like that, right? When it's more on a personal level, like with the friend or with the family member. It's like, even though you've been feeling a certain type of way, you've been giving this person the benefit of the doubt. You've been looking over their comments, or, you've been looking over the energy that they're giving you, right? Because you got other things to think about again, right? And you've been treading very carefully with them. You've been maybe, watching how you move and what you say around them, right? Because you notice something is off about them. You know that they mad or jealous or whatever. So you pay attention to how you move around them, but yet and still, you still mingle with them in some kind of way, right? But I feel like with this eclipse that just came through, and we in this energy for like the next 6 months, I feel like you're going to be calling it quits. You're going to come to this point where you're like, I don't care who this person is. I don't care how long I've known them, how long we've been friends. I don't care if they my cousin, my sister, my uncle, whoever this person is. I can't have people jealous of me around me, right? I can't have that type of evil eye energy around me, man. I'm calling it quits on that. I feel like you're going to call it quits, man. This eclipse energy is not coming to play, even for those of you where there are jealous people at work. You've been letting their sarcastic jokes fly, like kind of roll right off of you, right? Like their little comments and things like that. You've been letting all that stuff just roll right off of you because you got other things to worry about, like I said. But with this eclipse energy, man, I feel like if they say the wrong thing to you at the wrong time, you're going to let their ass have it with love. You're not going to get beside yourself, but you're going to let them have it. You're going to put their ass in a place. Real talk, okay? And it's going to catch them off guard. They're going to be like, oh, what? And if I don't think it's going to be no big blow up or nothing, but if it does become a big blow up, I feel like, again, you're going to be highly favored at work. The higher ups, management, leadership is going to be on your side. They may even promote you, darling. After you put these people in their place, man, I just feel like you're calling it quits on the jealousy, on that energy, man. You're like done with it. Now, for a very small portion of y'all, this is not really happening at work, not really going down within your family members or your group of friends. But for some of y'all, it's like within your community, like within your neighborhood. Like you got some neighbors that, how can I put this? I want to say they're more so nosy, okay? Semi-jealous, but more so nosy. They're wondering what you doing, how you doing it. They want to know more about you. You're not letting them in. It's like you're blocking their energy. You don't really care to know them, or you don't want them all in your business. It'd be like, it's like you keep things very cordial. It's like a, hey, okay, bye-bye. Hey, have a good day. Okay, see you later. It's like in and out. See you later, right? But they want to know more. They want to know more. They want to know who you doing, what you doing, how you doing it, how you doing what you doing. It's like they want to know more. They're so curious about you and your life and your lifestyle. They're so curious about what's going on in your house. They nosy, and a turning into jealousy type of a thing. And I don't even understand this right here. I just don't even get it. But you know how when people want to be on the inside and they can't, they be feeling a certain type of way. That's what I'm picking up here with somebody in your neighborhood or one of your neighbors. It's like, oh, she thinks she too good. She can't, invite us to the barbecue that she having, or she don't want to come to the barbecue we didn't invite her to. She thinks she too good or something like that. It's like, you ain't let them in, okay, energetically. You ain't trying to get to know them like that. And they feeling a certain type of way, man. Okay. They semi-jealous, man. Because they don't know what's going on with you and you won't let them know. That's crazy. But anyways, like I said, this message was confirmation. Yes, they are jealous of you because you irritate their demons. You reflect to them who they are not. Oh my God, y'all keep shining, collective. Talk to y'all later. Bye.